to actually do it. But she had said that she was going to call CPS. So I guess this was right before Christmas, because the call that I got was on December the 26th. I just looked at the screenshot the other day. Essence had text me and was like, them people here. She really did call them people on me. Such. And they saying this and they saying that. This, that, and the third. And I said, what? And I said, my response to her was, to you or to Trina. Trina can tell you as well. Or whatever. And she sent me a picture of the lady at CPS sitting at the table. I was upset. Because all I could think about was them kids at that time. I believe Barb was on live at that time. Me and Barb was still cool. So you know this was a long time ago. I got on Barb panel. They was talking about it. They was talking about the favorited stuff or whatever. And they was talking because I think Trina had went live, or Essence. One of them had went live saying that they had done got doxxed, and that CPS had been called to the house and all this other stuff. And I went on the live and I was like, this is some fucked up shit. I didn't even say too much. I was like, this is some fucked up shit. Them kids in this house or whatever. These are 9-year-old little girls. These are little girls. Why would y'all do this? Why would you even do this? Why would anybody do this? They just minding their business. Trina trying to get her life together. Those were my words. 2 days later, they go live and they say, oh, you got something to say? Or whatever. Oh, and you attached. Bray, didn't I tell you I was going to get you? Or whatever. Didn't I tell you I was going to get you? Erica, I got your video. I'm going to post it. You better, You got till 10:10 to drop that money into my cash out. A DM was sent requesting it, and the person, they said, no, I'm not doing that. And I was like, I'm not scared of you, whatever, however so. I went live myself. And I told the people, yes, there's a video. She does have a video. I don't give a damn. I'm the bedroom bully. That's where all of that shit came from. He was sitting right there, whatever. And I said, hey, I have no secrets. I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done in my past. And from then on, they was upset that I wasn't reacting in the way that they needed me to react. And he gets doxxed. His kid gets doxxed. His late wife, church, my family, all of that shit just came out. A few months later, daughter's school was called. People calling trying to find out how to get signed out. Shit started just escalating from then on. I had absolutely nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing to do with that. From protecting someone who I thought was my friend. From protecting who I thought was my goddaughter. For speaking on that. And now here we are. And from there, it was a trickle-down effect of the fallout. From there, went to the stuff that was going on between me and Essence. Or whatever. No, that's when the Susu stuff happened. And when the Susu stuff happened, I was on my live. It was me and Dime on my live. And we was doing a recap. And I recapped Susu and gave my opinion on how she had switched up her platform. That's when she started going in, and they went up there. HB had went up there and put up my pictures, the picture of my mom, and all of that stuff. I didn't respond at that time. That's where the stomach coochie shit came from and all of that. And in that same exact live, Trina was in that live and she kept antagonizing me or whatever. And I kept saying, Trina, leave me alone. Leave me alone or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Leave me alone. I don't want to deal with none of that stuff. The cowgirl outfit. Exactly. From the Beyonce concert. My concert outfit. And that's when all of that happened. So then I kept saying, Trina, leave me alone before I say, because me and Essence had done fell out. We had that fallout on Braid Live. Remember, I wasn't the one that outed Essence. Essence outed herself when that live happened. She said, put it on the floor, put it on the floor. And y'all remember, if y'all remember correctly, I kept saying, no, Essence, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do you like that. I'm not going to do that. She was like, you want to get it out? You want to get it out? Put it on the floor. What you want to do? Tell them about the insurance? She brought that up. I didn't. Because I would have never told nobody about that. So when she did bring it up, she wanted to keep talking about it. So yes, I'm going to, when you start talking about it, I'm going to make the corrections where they need to be. She brought up about the dude. I didn't. I just came with the receipts. Because she kept saying that this didn't happen, this didn't happen, this didn't happen. If y'all remember correctly, she was treating me bad. She was calling the nigga on the phone, trying to flex for the internet. Do we not all remember this? But I was made out to be the bad friend, remember? You get what I'm saying? All of this was a sequence of things from that time. It was a trickle-down effect. You get what I'm saying? And everybody kept saying, oh, Erica, you a bad friend. Because remember, I was the villain. Everybody want to make me a villain because I always recap shit and I be telling the fucking truth. I recall, I have an impeccable memory. And I ain't gonna lie. And I'm gonna have a receipt to back up shit. Remember, I was the villain because I'm always gonna say, that didn't happen like that. And when I clock the truth, this is when the hate, this is how the hate train of Erica began. Hey, Catching. Or whatever. And I kept trying to spare her. She kept outing herself. I was just clearing it up. Okay, you can leave. I am blessed. It is so old. But anyway, so fast forward. I ain't even gonna block you. I'm just gonna mute you for the entire lot. But anyway, fast forward. That's when the Trina stuff started happening. Or whatever, and I kept saying, don't say this, don't, da-da-da. Oh, she's a good friend to you. She's this and she's that. She was caping for and saying that, hold on, y'all, I got the puzzle piece. That's when all that stuff started coming out. And I was like, no, Trina, that's not you. It's not what you think. But leave it alone. And I kept calling saying, hey, calm her down. She don't know the truth about you. My exact words with her. She don't know the truth about you. She don't know everything. Blah, blah, blah. And I still went. Remember Trina kept every panel I was on. And then one night I was drunk. And we was in Empress panel. And I ended up coming back over here and I went live. Said what I had to say. Still didn't lay it all out. Still was very light with it. Kept asking for the receipts. I still would not because I still respected her to a certain degree because at some point we were still cool. So I'm not going to diminish my own character. Here we are, fast forward to all the recent shit. If y'all listen to the live, the initial hot mic, Trina got upset because of what Essence said. Essence said, let me back up. The day of the hot mic, Essence was in another live. And she said on the panel, I'm going to put my Cash App down here in these comments because I need to get Ava some school stuff. And I ain't got it. I need y'all. I'm a crowdfund. Ava done said, Mama, you need to just go ahead and crowdfund. I'm going to kick Trina ass teaching my baby how to crowdfund. She tried to play it off like it was a joke. It was a kiki. Me knowing Essence, she wasn't playing. I'm not sweating, y'all. It's the moisturizer, the good Lord, and I'm standing in front of the thing. Hold on. I'm not sweating though. My skin just oily. But anyway, I said I'm sweating. I'm not sweating. My skin just oily. If I was sweating, y'all, I really sweat. But anyway, so, damn, I lost my train of thought. Where was I at? Yeah. So the day of that live, the day before the hot mic situation, the day of the hot mic situation, Essence was in another live and she said, I'm gonna drop my Cash App in the comments And her daughter, and she said, Ava done told me I need to crowdfund for her school stuff or whatever. I'm pissed at Trina. She done taught my baby what crowdfunding is. And I'm sitting there listening like, what? And she did proceed to put her Cash App in the comments. I was like, whoa, okay. Hour or so later, the live happened. Trina is recapping what had happened with the Libra stuff. Essence yelling, yes, Mocha yes. This is what I'm trying to do. So Essence is yelling in the house, and Trina attempts to, you can hear her attempting to mute her mic or whatever, but I guess she didn't mute it, whatever. And at that time, they yelling back and forth at each other. But if y'all go back and look at that live and look at that recap, Trina got upset when Essence said, well, Essence, that she was like, I need my money. And per Trina, they hadn't had no conversation prior to, because Essence, quote unquote, knew what was going on. And Trina told her, hey, I give you your money. You know, I got to get Aubrey stuff. And Essence's response to that was, well, I just need to make sure, because apparently Aubrey don't feel like you going to get her anything for school. And it was in that moment that Trina got upset. And that's when y'all saw that escalation. That's when y'all saw that escalation. That's when Trina got upset. Now you got to play it back. That was one of the things that I had told Trina last year. How the conversation was going on between us. It's not who you think it is. Fast forward, all hell breaks loose with all of this. Essence, I'm going to say this. Essence, quit playing like your family didn't know. When all of this shit went down, when your daughter was contacted, do you not remember us having a three-way call with me, your mother, your sister, your son, and your brother? You wanted me to explain to them what was happening on TikTok and what was going on. You got frustrated with them. It was all on a FaceTime call. And you got frustrated with them because they asking you 5,000 questions like they should, because you just dropping information and expect them to understand and receive it and roll with it. You dropped out the call and your brother joined because he was already included. He hadn't joined into the FaceTime, but he had joined afterwards. I proceed to continue telling him what was going on and breaking down what was happening. I'm texting you and telling you your brother just joined. Come back into the call. No, they pissed me off. Asking all these questions. I'm just trying to let them know what's going on right here, right now. What's this? Remember, all this happened back in December. So for you to be on this app right now, playing as if all of this is new, when he first got out or whatever, you know what the conversation was. Go talk to your son. You could stop all of this if you just stand in the paint and take whatever come with it. Because let me tell you something. What's going to happen is if you don't, it's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt anybody else in the long run. Quit using Khalil to get Trina out your house. Just tell Trina you don't want her there no more. Have a conversation with her. Sit her down woman to woman. I'm sure Trina will understand. Quit being subliminal. Quit trying to make it where it looks like if I cause a fracture between my son and my roommate, then it'll be da-da-da-da and it'll be an excuse. and say, Trina, you worn out your welcome. I'm no longer comfortable with it. Whatever the conversation may be. Trina a big girl. Give her a time frame. You know, in South Carolina, you ain't gonna be able to just say, get out. You're gonna have to go through the magistrate and all that other stuff. But be a grown ass woman right now. Let the fucking TikTok shit go. As your former friend, listen to what I'm telling you. Because you out here in these streets looking stupid. You look stupid. And you're gonna look stupider. You're losing respect by the second. While you're thinking that you're saving your image, you're destroying it. You're destroying it by the second. Tell her what it is. Quit sacrificing your son for the benefit of your own good. Because at the end of the day, don't fracture. There's a way that you can have both. You may not want to fracture the relationship with Trina, but you also don't want to fracture. I can understand it. Because you done gained some care and love for her, because, hey, you done been there for her. I understand that. But don't lose your son behind this bullshit. Because it's clear as day, he feels some kind of way. He can say what the fuck he want to say. My mama ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, we good. I'm a boy mom. I ain't crazy. He love the fuck out of you. Your right, wrongs are indifferent. No matter how fucking bad you treat him or how bad, he's still gonna fuck with you until he don't fuck with you. When Trina going on about her business, it's your son that you're gonna need. He already done said you close. He already done told what it is. You can't shut him up now. He already done spoke the truth. He already done said, my mama tell me everything. When he showed that screenshot of him telling you, I hope you not let Ava use this tub because it's filthy. And you responded, I'm not this, that, and the third. And if y'all look at the bottom of that screenshot, essence, the next conversation you was sharing him a TikTok post or live. Quit playing, E. You look crazy. And if I didn't care for real, I wouldn't be saying that shit or whatever. I don't give a fuck what Drop talking about. But he done already exposed enough. He done already told what it is. The damage is already done. Ain't no more cleaning up to do. Trina, I do care about you. Straight up and down. Care about your daughter. All of that. But you dead ass wrong for putting that boy information out there. Because if I was Essence, I would have molly-whopped you up your head about mine. And you would have too. And you would have too. And the moment, Essence, she disrespected your son, she disrespected you. That's your seed. That's your seed. There's so many boundaries that can be crossed, but that's one that shouldn't be. And while Trina may not know how to regulate her emotions and she's just responding, baby, your home is compromised at this point. Because say one more thing, something else. Say, you get what I'm saying? Like, but you did it to yourself, E. By not establishing those boundaries, by not establishing the right type of relationship. Instead of coddling and doing this and trying to save save your shit? You didn't. Y'all tap the screen for me. Gift my live. I don't really care for real. Because I don't go live no more. But I wasn't going to not say what I got to say. But reset my goal. I ain't been live in so long. But at the end of the day, Essence, you dead ass fucking wrong. And I ain't gonna say you getting what you deserve. But you getting what you deserve. Because this shit started with Kelsey, babes. If we gonna go back. You when you seeking this notoriety on this motherfucking internet, and when you couldn't get it, when the well ran dry with that, we on round 2. Stop the notoriety. Let that part of your life go. Get your shit together. Get your own shit together. Save yourself before trying to save someone else. Sweep around your own front door before you take the dustpan and try to sweep someone else's shit up. Sweep around your own shit. You trying to pour from an empty ass fucking cup. And when that cup gets so empty, it dries out and it start cracking. Babes, the cup is cracked. The cup is cracked. Bitch is broke. And that's for real. And it ain't no more that you can do about it. Pick up the pieces to that cup. Get you some E6000. It holds better than super glue after it's cured in 24 hours. But it's going to take you longer than 24 hours, babe. And get your shit together. Before you lose more than you thought you would. Because I see it happening. Right before our eyes. And I ain't even finna play that game. Stream who? Who was Hub? HB? The crafters know what E6000 is. Hold on, let me get my other phone.